Hey everybody, how the heck are ya? I'm Fastidious and welcome to my channel. It is days 151, 152, and 153, 153 being the most important number in the free-to-play series. This is the day that we finish the Arbiter missions. We have finished part 4 of the raid missions, and that means we've claimed our Arbiter. Well, I shouldn't say claimed because we're going to save her, of course, because we're a min-max, super free-to-play account. We're going to save her for a Champ Chase tournament, probably during the next fusion. But we've officially finished all the missions, all the requirements it takes to get Arbiter. It's kind of a huge day, so I'm very excited. It's going to be interesting to see what we do now, how we choose to progress within the account, and, with this series. Also, there's this crazy Geomancer event. How could I not talk about it? You pull 40 Ancient Shards, the 40th one. If you haven't got him yet, you're guaranteed the epic Dwarf Force attack-based champion, Geomancer. Pretty exciting stuff. So we're going to do all that. We've got 40 Ancient Shard Pulls. So we got that. We got Arbiter, a lot of other good stuff with the CVC tournament live. Stick with me, guys, and let's hop on in.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Here we go, everybody. It is days 151, 152, and 153 in the free-to-play series. Day 153 is going to be immortalized on this channel as a really important day. Why is that? Well, it's because we are done with the Arbiter missions. We have finished part 4. We're getting the Arbiter. So 153 free-to-play days. That's how long it took me on this account, given the raid climate within which I was playing. So there's my girlfriend laughing at me. My girlfriend Soup is here. So before we talk about all that Arbiter stuff, we got to address why she's here. Well, it's shard pulls right now. Shard pulls o'clock. And if we look here, we got this beautiful man, the Geomancer. You pull 40 Ancients for him, and you get it. Guaranteed the 40th Ancient Shard you get, if you didn't get him earlier, is going to be the Geomancer. It's a cool champion, force affinity, attack, based. Lots of interesting little things. AoE on the A1. Here you've got a full cleanse of a target, full strip, of a target enemy. With all these conditions, if he's under a HP burn placed by Geomancer, and then the A3, you got a full turn meter depletion, fills this champion's turn meter by the amount of turn meter the target lost, so however much you depleted it fully by, right? And then booked out 100% chance of HP burn and weaken, right? So valuable for the clan boss, particularly when paired with this passive Stone Guard. It has a damage mitigation effect, decreases damage all allies received by 15%, so same as like what Venomage does when she puts the HP reduction, the hero reduction, on an enemy. And then also, he's got this reflect damage, whatever you want to think about it, damage onto each enemy under an HP burn placed by this champion. Whenever this champion is attacked, it's a 15% deflection, but when this champion's attacked, it's 30%. So really nice reflection. However, he's got whatever the intentional, unintentional quirk is that Brogni has, where if you put him in Giant Slayer, he can get tons and tons and tons and tons of Giant Slayer procs. It's hard to speak today, guys. I apologize. It's actually my third take doing this. But all those great Giant Slayer procs that makes him super viable against bosses, but in particular, just like Brogni, against the clan boss. So maybe I'm not as gung-ho as everyone else is about this guy, but he's worth getting. I've been convinced. So we're going to do it. My girlfriend Soup here, she's going to do all the pulls. We're only at 24 Ancient Shards, but you see we've got a healthy amount of gems. You're nodding?
Yeah.
So we're going to get 2 of these packs. Still somehow over 3,000 gems. Guys, when you reach the very end of these Arbiter missions, they are just throwing gems at you left and right. It's pretty great. You'll see we got space. I've increased my champion roster and my champion vault all the way to 150. Extremely expensive. It's 3 million a piece, so 6 million total. Enough talking about all that. We're gonna do 4 10 pulls. Soup on the mouse. Let's see how we do.
It's been a while since I've done this, but I'm still able to somehow.
Yeah, speaking to the mic.
It's like riding a bike.
You're just right back into it. All right, so we're paying immediate tax. Guys, keep in mind, there's no, there's no 2x or anything, right? So it's gonna be rough. You can keep going. We got Marked, though. I'll probably use that to book the copy of Marked we've got. I'm still thinking we will use her for Faction Wars. Maybe not, though. Wow, we're on fire, baby. There we go. Grunch. I actually like Grunch. Hellgazer, not Hellraiser. You can click again. We just got her during the Sacred Shards on Sunday that we pulled. So that's a dupe, immediate dupe. But Grunch is pretty cool. Our Ogren Tribes are amazing. Another Occult Brawler, a Jizzo, so 2 more dupes. There we go. Sinesha. Okay, that's huge. Sinesha, guys, is huge because I mean, we'll talk about it after we do these polls, but we have Skullcrown, right? Skullcrown's like a star of the show. We're getting like 2x rates these past 2 10 polls, right? We got 5 epics in the last 10.
Those magic hands.
Those magic fingers. So she's gonna click again, Soup's gonna pull again, and if we don't get Geomancer in one of the polls before the 10th one we get, where Totem is right now, that should be Geomancer. But yeah, wow, a dupe of a Cult Brawler, not too bad. Jizzo, I don't really care about, but wow, Sinesha makes all this worth it already. That's a huge pull. There's a lot of blue, That should be Geomancer, and it is. All right, great job. Thank you. Everyone say thank you, Soup. All right, wow. Let's get into our regular programming. All right, so there we go. Fantastic. It took all 40 ancient shards, but honestly, that was, in my opinion, extremely worth it, because not only did we get the Geomancer, we got Sinesha, and we got Grunch. So let's actually do a quick little survey of everything that just happened. Let's start with Grunch, because I think Ogren Tribes sneakily is this account's best faction maybe right now. Maybe dwarves, then Ogren Tribes. Who would think that though? Those are not like the more popular factions, but I mean that's how this happens. People are asking in the chat, do I have Skullcrown on this account? Skullcrown is like the star of this account. Like Skullcrown and Deacon are the MVPs of this account, so that was a huge pull. So if we look here, we already had Claude, obviously we used him a ton of places. Ugo, she is fantastic. Occult Brawler we just got a dupe of him, right? So we could use that as a book if we want. I think Occult Brawler actually has added the team though, for Faction Wars. Or maybe he's the 5th member. But we have Bellower, where are you, Bellower? We have Bellower all the way leveled to 60, fully ascended, all that good stuff. In stun gear, might be switching him to lifesteal. But yeah, we got Shamrock, Nice Champ, Ugo, Claude, now Grunch. Yeah, I think Occult Brawler doesn't even matter, so we can probably just use that extra Occult Brawler we just pulled as a 4-star chicken, so that's not even a bad pull. But these 4 guys here, it's a nice looking faction, and then you throw in Bellower for maybe, that'll probably be our damage dealer. Really good. I'll show you guys Grunch if you're unfamiliar. He's got a block buffs chance. If you book him out, you're looking at what? You get another 25%, so you're looking at a 65% chance of placing block buffs, single target on the A1. There's no way we're booking him, at least not anytime soon. Then you got an AoE here as a bomb champ. I don't like that, but I do love the A3 a lot. Removes all debuffs from all allies, so it's a full AoE cleanse, and then a 15% continuous heal for 1 turn on each ally for every debuff removed from them. So if they got a lot of debuffs, you're getting tons and tons of heals. It's a cool mechanic. I like it. And his passive fills the turn meters of all allies by 10% whenever a bomb debuff detonates on an enemy. So that kind of makes his bombs viable here, the AoE bombs he's got here, when normally we don't really care about bombs yet in the game. Maybe some new mechanics are coming out. There's been talk about that. I don't know why Siege Hulk has a red thing. Did we just pull Siege Hulk? If we did, that'd be insane, but I'm quite sure we did not. People are saying bombers are going to be needed for Doom Tower 3. That's kind of what I was hinting at, but there, I guess it's being confirmed. So yeah, Grunch could be really useful for the new Doom Tower bosses. What did we get here? Okay, just another rare. Doesn't really matter. Barbarians, pretty cool to see we got a dot here. Okay, Hill Nomad. That's not actually interesting. Night Rev, guys. Before we talk about our new guy, the Geomancer, we got to talk about Sinesha. So, of course, we've got Skullcrown. She's fully built. She's a beast. We got her in Avenging gear. I mean, if you've been watching my stuff, you know all about her, but we got the AoEs and everything, but she's got this great second passive. So her first passive is kind of part of the reason she's such a star in the arena. Places an unkillable buff on this champion for 1 turn every time their HP drops below 20%. And when booked out, which we have this booked out, it's on a 4-turn cooldown. She's got another passive, which we strategically didn't book because this doesn't unlock until she's ascended to 4 stars of Ascension, level 4 of Ascension, but revives this champion with 30% HP, only available with Sinesha. Maybe we would book this. I don't know if we'll need to. We'll have to do some experimenting in the Faction Wars. But just the fact that we have, the fact that we have Sinesha now totally enables this. And Sinesha alone is such an amazing champion. We got the AoE on the A1 here. And as this goes, she places an extra hit on enemies with less than 50% HP. Skullcrown places an extra hit. There's the music again. Skullcrown places an extra hit on enemies with more than 50% HP, right? So they work beautifully in an ally attack comp, like a blender comp that you see a lot in the arena. So if we ever get an ally attack champion, that's a cool thing we could do. So you got this move here, attacks on an enemy, puts the target skills on full cooldown, maxes out their cooldowns, and then heals the ally with the lowest HP by 25%. It's an alright move. And then this move, this Immortal, probably my least favorite move, equalizes HP of all allies. HP levels of all allies will be brought up to the level of the ally with the highest HP, then an extra heal by 10% of all those allies' HP. Honestly, you don't even really need to book Sinesha. You can build her in like a stun set. You can build her as a damage dealer. The A1 hits really hard, and that's kind of what matters. The A2 is cool as well. I'm not crazy about the A3. And then what do we got? A Faction Crypts Aura. So I think we just got a huge, huge bonus, even if we only bring her to level 50, which is probably where she's going to sit for a while. We got that's a big boon to the quality of our Night Rev. But Dwarves kind of remain to be the stars, I think. As good as our Night Rev is looking, as good as our Knight's Revenant is looking, as good as I just said our Ogren tribes are, getting Geomancer now. You know, Herndig, we're about to fully book him. This is a jam-packed episode, guys, so enjoy. But we got Gala, Geomancer, Rockbreaker, Herndig, and Underpriest. I mean, this is a good-looking faction. I mean, Gala's probably the one that would probably make it out of the team if we ever pull like a Melga or a Dazdirk, or a Grizzled Jarl or a Rearguard Sergeant. But these are some good champions, and Geomancer should be a lot of fun. So I'm probably going to 60 him, right? We went all the way to do this now. I think we're going to book him right now. The only other option is him or Ugo. I know there's a lot of Ugo stands out there, so I apologize if I'm upsetting any of you. But let's just try. I want to try this guy out, so it'll take me a couple days to build him, you know, get his masteries, all that good stuff. But I would love to see if he's as good as everyone's saying. And maybe if we put him alongside of Brogni, if like all those Giant Slayer procs from all that reflect damage and that weird quirk that these two dwarves have, if maybe we'll get into like the comfortable 4-key Ultra Nightmare, which is what we're hoping to accomplish. So speaking of books, guys, people are saying frozen. Is the stream frozen? I'm not getting any drops on my end. Not for you? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. Where was I? Okay, so speaking of booking out champions, gotta hop in the sparring pit and do a little clicky-clacky. There's Ninja. I cannot get over how much I do not like that facial design of this Ninja. However, we've been getting pretty lucky. We've gotten 2 legendary books this week from the Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare clan bosses. So Herndig can finally be finished, and I think this is going to be enormous for Spider 25. I'll share the results with you guys when the next video comes out, but for anyone who missed it 2 weeks ago, or I think it was 2 weeks ago, when we had the last CBC tournament. There is a CBC tournament live right now. That's why I'm talking about booking champions. But you see we put, 4 into each, so 12 books into Herndig. We got pretty unlucky not hitting any of the cooldowns, but we got, a lot of damage on the A1. I mean, I would have loved to miss this move entirely, but that didn't happen. So we're going to fully book him out now. It's going to take all 3, no ifs, ands, or buts. Should be a healthy amount of points, 9,000 CVC points. And now Herndig is done. Arcane Tempest is cool. Stasis Strike is cooler. I mean, this should be so helpful now on a 4-turn cooldown, being able to fully deplete the turn meter of the Spider. I'm really excited about it, and also getting that AoE weaken, right? So I think Herndig just became now a superstar on the team, not just like a great champ. So pretty happy with Herndig, and we've got a healthy amount of epic books. I actually think there's an extra one hiding out in the faction wars. So let me hop in here. Yeah, there is. I had one sitting here. So let's throw some books already on the Geomancer. Hopefully, we think we want all to land on his A3. That's kind of all that matters. Where are you, Geomancer? Actually, let's just look. Did we get a Siege Hulk and I didn't even notice? No, we didn't. That was just some glitch left over from probably when we fused Siege Hulk way back in the day. There's our new Grunch, who honestly I'm pretty excited about. I think he's really cool. That full cleanse should be between him and Ugo, right? All that cleansing going on. We should be looking really good in Ogren Crypt's Faction Wars. So Geomancer, worst case scenario, takes 5, 4, so 9, and then 6, 15 books, which is not fun. We have 10 books, so actually we've got a lot. We could get really lucky. I think this is the only move that's going to matter. This is the single target weaken, the full depletion of the target's turn meter with the turn meter fill on him once he's ascended. The HP burn, the weaken. This is going to be the move that really works for the clan boss. I think this move we might even turn off for the clan boss. I'm not really sure. If it hits harder, maybe it's still worth it, but I would be happy for all the books to land here and nowhere else. So let's just go 1 by 1 and see if we get lucky. I feel like 1 by 1, in my experience, is luckier. That was the A1, wasn't it? That was the A2. I feel like 1 by 1 is luckier than doing 6 at a time. So there we go. That's the A1. So the luck is terrible. Maybe I'm just wrong. That's the A2. Whatever. We're getting a lot of points for my clan, right? Was that it? Yes, all right, at least we got 1 so far. So theoretically, we could still finish it off if we get 5 of these next 6 to land, right? And it's not gonna happen unless we get all of the next 5. So I guess I'll just do it, right? Because they're either gonna land or they're not. Whoa, did you see that? Was that it? No, we all but 1, which is kind of heartbreaking because, you know, we could get you know, it still could take 5 more books. Maybe we'll get lucky. That was pretty close though. We got 4 out of the 5 we needed. So we could still save a couple books on this guy, which would be pretty nice. You know, I don't know. We'll see. It could have been good. It could have been good. It was lucky. It could have been luckier. But that's the Geomancer. You know, while I'm in here, there's a couple other bookie things I wanted to do. Who was it that I just brought to level 21? Where was it? Horpheries, right? So we've got Horpheries here. Let's sort by faction so I can find it. Guys, if you ever get this, like when we were pulling during the 4 Sacreds we pulled just the other day, where are you, Horpheries? Here we go, level 40, and I've got no space. Fantastic. All right, we're back. I made a little space. So we got Horpheries hiding out right about here. So guys, if you ever pull like a dupe of a champion and you're not just gonna use it as like food, like, you know, we just got that dupe of a Cult Brawler, but we're probably gonna use that as a 4-star chicken, right? But like Horpheries, we want Horpheries, and we probably eventually want to get Horpheries booked. Save those dupes and use them like the same way you do any skill up with a skill tome, right? Save the dupe as a skill up for a clan versus clan event to help your clan out. So if we take this dupe Horpheries right here that we pulled on Sunday, no, do not want to do that. I want to do skills, not rank. And we click there, right? This is gonna be another 1,000 points, boom, for the CVC tournament. That's it's pretty nice. Yeah, so that kind of catches us up on that, you know, frenzy of shard pulls I did not anticipate coming. I'm very excited to be done. Look, we're still getting shellacked though. We're down by over 400,000 points, so I hope my clan steps it up a bit. I really do. But I'm really excited about Herndig. I'm gonna do a lot of testing out on the Spider, and look at that, we're doing pretty well here. At least we dropped all the way down to tier 2. For anyone who doesn't remember, we were in tier 4 for like the past 2 months. But guys, it only takes 1 bad performance apparently, and they don't just demote you 1 tier, they will demote you multiple tiers. But we're all the way up to 25,000 points, and all I've really done today was that skill upping, that leveling, you know? People are talking about a dupe system. I'm not clear. I don't know about that. Maybe that's news I did not hear, but the chat's blown up about that. So maybe don't do skill ups. But for me, it's more worthwhile because I'm gonna eventually book Horpheries. So of course I'm gonna do that. But yeah, maybe don't do them, you know, willy-nilly. However, if we look here, guys, and look at the objectives, there's 2 times points on Spider. So I said I'm excited about Herndig. I'm excited to go into Spider 25 and just max out those points and just do a lot of experimenting and see how good, how fast we could get those runs. I'm pretty convinced, and maybe I'll be reporting back pretty shortly in the next video, that we can get like consistent runs under 3 minutes on Spider 25 between Herndig and, of course, Elder Skarg. So that's pretty cool. So, you know, the biggest thing to happen on the account ever probably is we finished the Arbiter missions. So I finished all the Stage 20 dungeons. I had that video come out last week where we did a really nice... people are saying I have an epic book reward to claim. Do I? Where is that? Let me know, people. All right, so shout out to New Jazzarino. Wow, I love that name. New Jazzarino. CVC rewards, we've got a epic book. Yeah, right here. I didn't even notice. And apparently we're gonna get another one. So maybe we can just already toss this onto Geomancer and we'll be really lucky and I can have him built even faster. So we got a 1 in 3 chance that we could save like 4 books on this guy, which would be kind of huge. Let's see. No, we missed. That landed on the A2, so I guess probably better than the A1. So we still could save max 3 books. Maybe we'll get lucky, maybe we won't. Hey everybody, it is Fasty from the future. While editing, I recorded about 6 hours ago, I realized, you know, we were booking Geomancer. A big point of this video is to get Geomancer. And I was like, I was convinced that I did have an extra epic book lying around somewhere. It was in the tournaments from the Champ Chase tournament that lined up with the 2x on Sacred Shards and those 2 10x's on Mashald and Duchess. And I wanted to show you guys this anyway. I ended up ripping like 250 or so mystery shards to push to the 1550 points it took. But at the time, I wasn't thinking there would be a Geomancer thing or something like that, but it worked out really well because there's another epic skill tome. So I thought, why not give this one more shot? Because I don't think a video is gonna be coming out tomorrow and we still have the CVC live. So where on God's green earth is this guy hiding? There's that beautiful face we're learning to love. Look at that. Gorgeous, man. All right, let's click it. We, 3 left on the A1, 1 left on the A3. Come on, baby, give me luck. I never have book luck. Come on, and I continue not to have book luck. All right, there you go. There's a little check-in. But let's talk about Arbiter. back to Arbiter. So we did all the stage 20 dungeons. Spider was the last big challenge. We got Elder Scarg built up and running. We did that. So then I had to do 100 damage on this stuff, and we cannot progress to the Remont 2 Drake's Blood, the last 3 parts of our missions post Arbiter until I claim Arbiter. So we're done with Arbiter. I'm saying Arbiter in 153 days. Obviously, we did it, but I'm not going to claim her until there's a champ chase, and I'm almost certainly going to wait until the champ chase that lines up with the next fusion between Arbiter, and then we will also have Rosin, as I've mentioned a few times, if we need Versulf. We should get a ton of points really, really easy. I'm going to have to live with this alert being right over here for a long time, but so be it. Just don't let the OCD take over, guys, or any compulsions along those lines. Just let it sit there, be strategic. People want me to check the cruel gear, so we will. All right, so I got to make my head out of the way. I'm going to go way up here into this corner. So yeah, 6-star legendary cruel gear. It's not the easiest thing to get in the world, and that piece is insane. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy guaca frickin' moly crappy. What? This is the perfect piece. It's a weapon, it's 6 stars, it's legendary, it's crit rate, it's crit damage, it's speed, and then the only time you really want attack percentage, right, is like on a cruel set. So you got synergy, attack percentage, right, plus the ignore defense. This is, thank you, Daniel Archer, for suggesting we check this. That's, wow. Let's keep going. This piece, I'm going to level it up 1 level just so I don't, I'm going to level it up to level 3 because that will really catch my eye, and it will remind me that this piece is broken. Wow, yeah, people are saying let's hope it doesn't roll like 1 bonus roll into each. Yeah, we want at least like a 2-2 or a 3-1 or something good like that. Another pretty good piece. No flat stats, defense percentage with attack percentage, you don't love to see it. But if that rolls 2 or 3 times into crit damage, this is a usable piece. All the stats are relevant, right? So it's fine. Next piece, I don't love these subsets, but we did get speed, so we're gonna keep it. We did get our first flat stat. Let's keep going. Now here's our first bad piece. I will sell this. Flat attack. Don't care what the subs are, honestly. But 91k, you don't hate to see that. Now do we get defense percentage with crit damage? This is not a bad piece. You see it's an attack percentage set bonus, right? But you get the ignore defense, so it's still relevant to defense champions. And honestly, just having a 6-star defense percentage piece with some relevant substats isn't the worst thing at all. But we got accuracy and crit damage. I'm fine with it. Let's really cross our fingers and hope we get, I guess either, it's got to be speed on this. If we don't get speed, maybe attack percentage would be nice. And we get flat defense, so whatever. But yeah, people are saying like for Rosin, this could be a good piece, right? If you're doing Rosin, like a clan boss build, it's an option. It's all worth it for this piece. This piece is insane. I'm not going to roll it now because it's not an artifact enhance event. That's pretty sweet. I think we're basically all caught up. A lot of stuff going on today. We got Sinesha, which I'm very, very, very excited about. Of course, we got the Geomancer, which should be a lot of fun. And yeah, we got Arbiter. What more could you really want? Let's do 1 arena battle and we'll call it a day. But yeah, Sinesha's a freaking awesome champion, and then plus her synergies with that passive with Skull Crown, it's just enormous. So you can build Skull Crown even squishier, right? And if I decide I could drop 2 epic books on Skull Crown and get that sisterly bond or whatever it is, that revive she gets with the 30% health from Sinesha, we could get that all the way up to all the way down to a 6-turn cooldown instead of an 8-turn cooldown. When you combine that with her other passive, with the unkillable buff, I'm going on and on about this, but I've wanted Sinesha since the day I pulled Skull Crown, so it's pretty awesome to get it. I'll just show you. This is an example of a lot of the battles that I'm having nowadays with, like, this is such a mediocre team, but Arena's just like this. It's been like this for so long, I should just accept it. But, yeah, boom, done. Also, keep in mind, I am in gold 3, I will say that. I dropped all the way to low gold 2 because I was running I always run a 1-man Skull Crown defense, so I stay in low gold 4. But this should take us up pretty cool. Yeah. People are pretty exciting in the chat about Geomancer. I am as well. Maybe he'll fit in really well into our Spider team too, alongside Herndig and Elder Scarg. More to come on that. I still got to build him though, so it's going to be several days. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I've been Fastidious. It's free to play, free to click. If you've yet to subscribe, please do so. And big shout out to my girlfriend, Sue. What's up?
Thank you.
Thanks for pulling those shards. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one.
Fastidious.